Boy, I tell you, I was just sitting here looking out the window. I'm in my corner, my amen corner. I was like looking out the window, just seeing what's going on. Oh yeah, this Miss Big Betty Bombshell. I just wanted to talk to you today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Miss Anime just cutting up. Miss Anime cutting up so bad, I sat up there, I said, now she trying to get me to go back to smoking weed. Let me tell you something. I ain't had no weed until corona came out. I was sitting up there, she said I was getting holy on her. I sure was. I was holding on to the horns of the altar. Yes, I was repeating, sure was repeating. Yes. But I said, boy, look at him. Miss Anime just cutting up and acting a monkey. I said, now how in the world we supposed to go to Hollywood together? And you sitting up there cutting up. Nobody don't want to listen. Nobody can't tell you nothing. And then you're hearing what you want to hear. But you know what? That's Miss Anime. That's Miss Anime. Boy, I tell you, we go back a long back in the day. I tell you, we go back in the day. We're not as young as we used to be. But I tell you, I done came up in age. I ain't got time for all this. Come on now. Come on now. I'm at the age it's time to have fun. Yes, indeed. It ain't time to stress. It ain't time to worry. It's time to have some fun. I sat up there and I said, oh, Miss Anime, what's wrong with you, girl? I said, I know what's wrong with you. You need to take your medicine. And then I thought about this. She said, yeah, I'm taking my medicine. And she was smoking her weed. I sat up there, I started thinking, I said, shoot, I wish she could bring it through the phone, blow it through the phone. I said, much she done took me through. And I said, boy, did she take her medicine? She took her medicine. That's her weed. She all right now. Yeah, she all right now. Yeah, she all right. She all right. I said, to tell the truth, y'all, I know what she really needs. She need a man. Yes, she do. She need a man in her life. She get a man, she'll be all right then. Yes, she'll be all right. Because I'm sure hoping mine hurry up and come. Boy, look at here, look at here. Let me tell you, I'll be missing it at you for a few days. I have my man, huh? I get my husband, boy, look at him. We got to have a honeymoon, boy. We're going to have a shown up honeymoon. Oh, yeah. I was sitting up here just looking out the window and stuff. And sometimes I just be wondering what in the world going on in the world today. Because they trying to open up everything. It's a difference if everybody could follow the rules and social distance. But it's hard for people to social distance because they want to hurry up and rush things and act like everything all right. Everything all right. Everything ain't all right. Then they got these schools opening back up and stuff. Boy, look here. Boy, you got to show up right nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody, you trying to duck this corona. That corona ain't nothing to play with now. Boy, I tell you, that corona came out and messed up. Everything shut down. Everything shut down. Shoot, nobody didn't have to tell me to quarantine. I quarantined my own self. Come on now. Boy, I tell you, you learning how to be in the house and get along, but the only thing you worry about is sometimes the parent wasn't used to always just being there with the kids, and they got to learn how to have some me time with themselves too. They got to learn how to balance their life out, then everything will be all right. I dismiss Betty Bombshell. I always give you that advice, and I always give you that advice. I just want us to come in and try to know how to love each other a little bit more better. You know what? That's all. Just love each other a little more better. I tell you, back in the day, we always had fun. We have fun all the time. You know what I'm saying? We always found ways to enjoy each other. And when this thing came, this corona thing, it makes you appreciate breathing better. It makes you appreciate life even better. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I ain't never seen so many people pray for everybody like they're doing now. And that's what time it is. That's what time it is. With all this race, I don't even want to say that racism going on all these years. You thought it'd be done died out by now. This went on by this business. I be sitting up there saying that the racism need to be uprooted. It ain't no burning up. It need to be uprooted. And when it be uprooted, then it can't grow no more. You know what I'm saying? It can't grow no more. Can't grow no more. And then people sit up there and they try to do things the right way, and then all of a sudden the ones that got them hate, they that's their reason to want to come and do some crazy stuff, want to try to killing folks and everything. No, you can't do that, y'all. You can't do that. That's why sometimes you got to be in a place of safety. You know what I'm saying? Because people doing anything now. They being crazy. They doing stuff, and in their mind, they getting away with it. But I tell you, when it comes to the man upstairs, You ain't gonna get away with it now. It might look like you getting away with it, but the Bible say you gonna reap what you sow. So I'd rather reap them good seeds. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather reap them good seeds, y'all, because it'll come back. It'll come back to you. I'm telling you, it'll come back. Well, I tell you, there are times I sit up there and I always say, I notice that even in life, people make promises and they'll never keep their promises. And one minute they love you, and the next minute they can't stand you. You be like, Lord, people are so different. I remember when the mama I used to sit with all the time when I was in Florida, she used to tell me some people like switchblades. They swing from side to side. They over here with you one minute, they over here with you another minute. And then they always say the dog that carry a bone, that bring a bone, you better believe they carry a bone. So Miss Big Betty Bombshell, she always sat up under older men and women. Even before my time, they were like 20 years older than me. Because to me, they had more sense. Yes, sir, they had more sense. Nowadays, boy, I tell you, sometimes I wonder with some of these grown folks, they must have forgot what they were taught. I tell you, we living in a different generation now, but we got to still keep fighting. I say, Lord, they start reminding you of the days back then when we had the protest. We got to protest now. Always got to fight to keep what's right. I tell you, there's a lot of things we got to overcome. A lot of things we got to overcome. But you got to overcome with love, true enough, but you got to have common sense too. All right now, common sense too. And I be thinking sometimes, I remember when they say, oh, if you get hit with one cheek, you turn the other cheek and let them hit you again. You might hit me one time, but I ain't going to give you a chance to hit me again. I ain't going to give you that chance now. That's why Miss Big Betty Bombshell just walk away. Because Miss Big Betty Bombshell said she got too much to lose to be caught up with other people's foolishness and then end up in jail and having to pay the system. No, it's good to be free, y'all. It's good to be free. Y'all better take advantage of being free now. I tell you. It's something else. I tell you, life is what you make it, but you can make the best of it. That choice is yours. We all here make decisions. When we be younger, you can get caught up in some stuff and you don't even understand how in the world you got cut up in it, and all you were doing was trying to find your way. Nowadays, that's why you go and reach out to the young generation and let them know they could be all that they could be. They could be the best that they could be, and whatever they choose to be, that they be the best at what they do. That's what my daddy used to tell me. My daddy used to always let me know, you royalty. You ain't like everybody else. You ain't like these other children. He said, see all these children right here. And guess what? Just because my friends was with me, when my daddy would slip and sneak to come see me, they got blessed too. And he would all give them some money at times. And then if he had gifts, he gave me the biggest gift. And I remember my mother used to say, where you get that from? You know them pong balls that you have, them pong balls they have. And mama used to say, where you get that from? And I sit up there and say, and shake my shoulder, because that was me and my daddy's secret. She would ask everybody in the neighborhood that they give it to me. Nobody could say nothing. So then when they couldn't say nothing, mama went on and gave it back to me and let me play. Boy, I tell you, everybody that was with me got blessed, because my daddy came, he blessed me, and he would bless my friends too. And that's how it's supposed to be. You can't be with nobody that don't never bless you, or you can't be nobody that ain't got the same mindset as you. Come on now. Some people sit up there and act like they got so much sense. They got natural sense, their own sense, but they ain't got God sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to try to let the people wake up the gifts that are within them so they can get some common sense for themselves. I tell people that they ain't got to know how, they better pray for the spirit of discernment. You got to watch as well as pray. Nowadays, you got to watch. You gotta watch, I tell you. I sit up there a lot of times and I know stuff. I sit up there and act like I don't know. You think I don't know? Because I don't say nothing don't mean I don't know. Just like our mamas. They used to have eyes in the back of their head. You get ready to do something, they know your next move. They know what you're getting ready to do next. And I used to look at my mama and say, my goodness, does she got eyes in the back of her head? But then I never realized everybody got a gift that's on the inside of them, and it's just got to be awakened. If it ain't never awakened, it just, be laid dormant. But if it's awakened, boy, look at here, my. I tell you. I tell you, back in the day, they might have been strict. Back in the day, people, when people are parents, they're just coming into that. They're going to make mistakes. So y'all can't be holding grudges against nobody and people again. Boy, I sit up there, sometimes people make you want to hold a grudge. People make one, I'm saying they ain't worth me taking that to the grave whenever that time comes, but I'm living a long life. Because God said, long life will he satisfy us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take God at his word. But I'm just saying, y'all sitting around here mad with people 60, 70, 80 years old, and then when you pass away, you got that stuff with you. Oh, no, no, no. You got to be free. You got to be free. Who? No, you got to be free. Miss Big Betty Bombshell know how to have a good time, know how to have fun, and that's why I tell you, somebody sit up there and look at me talk about I'm old, I'm going to tell them something. You hear me? Life is meant to be lived to the fullness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came here for a purpose, and you just got to find that purpose, what you came here for. I tell you. This time when them people sit up there, I say, Miss Anna Mae, you ain't bringing my blood pressure up. No, 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 you ain't making me sick. Say what you want, I love you, but hey, mm-mm. You ain't other people's opinions. You're not other people's labels. You got to make it like that. Come on now. But me and Miss Anime, boy, we go way back. Yeah. I told Miss Anime I want her to go to Hollywood with me. Yeah, I want her to go to Hollywood with me. Boy, I tell you, we over here in the Big Apple, boy. We in the Big Apple. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? She shut everything down. But you know what? We still practicing and hoping for them doors to open up again. I tell you, them doors got to open up again. You got to have faith, people of God. You know what I'm saying? You got to do things. Even if you're on the internet, you got to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You still could be used. You still could be used. You don't know what. It takes one person to change your life forever. That's what I try to tell people. You don't sit up there and get up there and hold grudges. People still going about their business and happy and doing what they're doing, and you over there holding the bag. Holding the bag. Ain't living your life out to the fullness because of what somebody done did to you. Child, please, I love you, and I'm going to keep it moving. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna say what everybody say. I say life is too long. You know what I'm saying? For you to be carrying stuff nowadays. That's why I'm gonna have my fun. Yeah, I'm gonna be at peace. Cause when you at peace with yourself, boy, look at here. You could be at peace with everybody else. That's why you can't love nobody if you don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to judge yourself with nobody. You ain't got to try to be like somebody else. Just be you. Can nobody be better than you at being you? You ain't got to be jealous with nobody because they got a little more gifts with you. Let me tell you something. I got a friend and they got it going on for them, honey. I'm going to be shitting up there praying. Yeah. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, boy. Yeah. And then I be praying when they make it, I hope they don't forget me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but you know what? Every time you be a blessing in somebody's life, God will cause somebody else to be a blessing in yours. And I'm getting back. I done fell from what I was getting ready to say about the ram in the bush. You know, I had a little revelation about the ram in the bush. You know, I sat up there and I remember like I was going back. I done went off of that and I'm back on the subject now. I remember there were times people made promises and they said, oh, they were going to do this for me, do that for me, give me cars, clothes, all this stuff, and they never did. They just were lying. They were lying, but they call themselves holy rollers, but they were just lying. Instead of them saying, you know what, I ain't giving you nothing. I mean, I know I made a promise, you know, and I changed my mind. They couldn't even be honest about that. But anyway, you know, at that time, you know, I was a little upset. So, you know, as I got a little older, you know, and I said I stopped letting people take advantage of me, you know, sitting up there, But then when it's time they get on their feet, you know, help do all the work and everything, and they get on their feet, they didn't forget about you. And then they go on and grab the ones they ain't did nothing, wasn't worth, didn't even earn nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I sat up there and I learned one day. When I got up some sense, boy, look at here. Look at here. I start saying, Lord, send my rams in the bush. And I said, in the rams that you give in the bush, send in the bush, Lord, give them double. Give them what the other person would have had if they would have obeyed you concerning me, and give them another extra. And I said, God, even give them perks that they didn't even ask you for. Oh yeah, because you know, what they say? What I try to remember. I remember they said something about Isaac, Abraham, Now, can you imagine? They said, let me remember that. Now, they said, Miss Big Betty, I'm just trying to get in on this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to remember. But I remember when they said, God promised Abraham a son with Sarah. And they was way up in age. I tell you, way up in age. Nobody could see it happening. But somehow, God caused that flame to get back burning. You hear me? Well, she conceived just like the Lord said. But Lord, look at here, look at here. Can you imagine? That's why I believe Abraham was talking about he was going up there to worship the Lord with the son. Didn't tell Sarah that the son was a sacrifice. Because Sarah would have probably kicked Abraham. But you ain't taking my son nowhere. I don't care what you say. God gave me that son. That's why sometimes when God tell you to do something, you got to do it by yourself. You can't tell nobody. Because, they'll try to throw a boomerang in there, maybe try to pray against it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always say, you don't tell your left hand, right hand what you do. Your left hand, however, you don't let it be known until you do it. Because people will go behind your back and try to do all kind of stuff. Because they think they got the power. It ain't their power. God got the power. Because you know what? If God don't raise you up one way, he'll raise you up another way. I tell you, you can't stop God when it's your time. It's your time. But I tell you, can you imagine? God done promised Abraham a son. All this time, he done went and waited for the promised child. Went and got the promised child, and God told him to sacrifice him. So you know what? He got ready to do it. He proved to God that he would do what God said do. And we got to say, sometimes people say, I don't know. But you know what? You rather have man mad with you than God mad with you. So, most of the time you're gonna try to obey, especially what God tell you to do. I don't care how you might fight within yourself. But you better be obedient to what God tell you. Because I tell you, every time you don't be obedient, you're going to pay for not being obedient. And I tell you, can you imagine? When he got ready, he raised that knife up. Boy, look at here. And when he got ready to go down, I know the angel of the Lord had to be on held his hand and said, no, 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 no. And then they said, go on and get that ram over there. That ram was in the bush. And that ram was in the bush all the time. So we got to know that there are times when God tell people to do something for us. If they don't do it, God going to get somebody else to do it. And I tell you, that's why you don't get mad with people. You be like, oh, it's on them. It's on them. Because you know what? God going to do just what he said he going to do. And what he have for you is for you. Boy, look at here, look at here. Miss Big Betty Bombshell just wanted to spend some time with y'all today. Just try to send some encouragement, with all this stuff going on. Listen, with the corona out there, you ain't got time to be mad at nobody. Nobody. You need to have your spirit always right. Because I tell you, when evil go to lurking, it don't care who it jump into. If you open, it's going to get you. But I tell you, boy, this thing go deep. The natural and the spiritual thing, boy, in that church and stuff like that, ooh, it goes so deep. Ooh, it go deep, y'all. It go real deep. I said, I ain't ready to go that deep yet. So I'm like, Miss Betty Bombshell, she just getting new to all this stuff. So I tell you, I was hoping that this could hurry up and get away from here. Now that's the thing I want to dry up by the roots. Boy, look in here, look in here. But I tell you, we got to know, people of God, that ain't nothing in this world more powerful than what God is. And I tell you got to always pray and keep yourself covered. Got to always keep yourself covered. Because everybody ain't got it all up here right here. And some of them ain't got nothing to lose. And some of them think they doing the right thing and want to be a model. And then they go down the wrong way. Whew, and it be horrific. But I tell you, you got to be mindful, and you got to be, just watch, people of God. You got to be careful who you be around. You know what I'm saying? You got to always watch your surroundings. But you got to know that God will always have your back. Y'all have a good day. And don't forget, show some love.